All right, so hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Happy Black History Month and welcome back. So as usual, I am your host, Miss Via, and I am here with my colleague.
Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Peoples or Miss P. I am our digital marketing associate, so I handle all of our social media accounts, some of our marketing and things of that nature. Welcome, and I'm excited for you all to be here.
Yeah, so just a quick introduction from our panelists today. I'm going to have them just introduce themselves real quick, which org they're from, and the role they play at their org. So if they want to come off camera, I'll start with Miss Rachel since she came on first. So you go ahead.
Hi guys, my name is Rachel Chesson. I'm the Community Engagement Director at the Just One Project.
And let's hand it off to Matt.
Hi there, my name is Matt DeBrea. I am the External Affairs Coordinator for Nevada Volunteers.
And last but not least, Miss Senya.
Hi, my name is Senya Roybal, and I am the Programs Manager at Project 150.
Cool, so thank you guys for introducing yourselves and welcome to our student volunteer webinar. So volunteering is super important and we have a couple of people here who are going to explain to you why you should do it, why it's important, and just go over all the ways that you can do it. So, but before you get started, just a friendly reminder, so please stay till the end of the presentation as we have a few special announcements at the end. And if at any time during the presentation you have any questions, please type them into the chat, or if you're feeling up to it, this semester we're going to allow you guys to come off mute and ask questions directly. So if you would rather do that, please click on the raise your hand button, and Miss Peoples will get your question asked for you. So put them in the chat, let us know if you have any questions about anything, or raise your hand and you can come off mute and ask the questions to our panelists themselves. So now to get started, I'm going to hand it off to Mr. Matt, the representative from Nevada Volunteers, to go over his org and why volunteering is important.
Hi, everybody. So I'll be sharing my screen here, and I've just got a quick little presentation on Nevada Volunteers, what we do, and how you can get involved with volunteering. All right. So a little bit about what Nevada Volunteers is. We are the Governor's Commission on Service. Every state has one of those, and all U.S. territories have one as well. So we were established in 1993 to support AmeriCorps programs in Nevada. If you don't know what AmeriCorps is, don't worry. I will get to that. It's actually a really key part of what we do. One of our main functions is to provide funding and support to AmeriCorps programs and other volunteer resources in Nevada. And we serve the entire state with access to these programs and volunteer opportunities. So here's a short little video about what AmeriCorps is. I'll I'll go into it a little bit more in depth after I show you the video.
Well, you've come to the right place, because we're here to help. First off, let's clear up one thing right away. You might be wondering how to say or spell AmeriCorps. Sometimes people pronounce the P, but don't make that same mistake. AmeriCorps is alive and well, just spelled with a silent P. So think of Apple Core or core of the earth. Now that we have that clear, what exactly is AmeriCorps anyways? AmeriCorps is simply Americans of all ages and backgrounds dedicating their time and skills to get things done. There we go. So how does AmeriCorps get things done? More than 80,000 Americans across the country join AmeriCorps each year, and all of them are tackling different problems in different ways. For example, AmeriCorps members help families attain affordable homes. They mentor students so that they stay in school. Perhaps there is a tornado, a flood, a forest fire, or a hurricane. AmeriCorps members also help communities recover from disasters. There's so many more things that AmeriCorps members do, but if we said it all, we'd be here all day. Why do we call them members, you ask? AmeriCorps members spend anywhere from 3 months to a year dedicating their time and skills to serve. They can volunteer with nonprofits, schools, public agencies, and community and faith-based organizations. And in case you were wondering, there are a few perks AmeriCorps members get, including money to pay for college, student loan deferment, training, living allowance, health benefits, and job opportunities with leading employers. Not too bad, right? All right. What's the purpose of AmeriCorps? Like the military or the Peace Corps, AmeriCorps is a way to serve your country. AmeriCorps members make Americans safer, stronger, and healthier, and they strengthen our communities. But above all, AmeriCorps members get things done. That's it. That's what AmeriCorps is. Learn more about AmeriCorps at americorps.gov.
All right, so that's a little bit about the background of AmeriCorps. In Nevada, we have programs throughout the state focusing on 4 areas: the environment, education, economic opportunities, and healthy futures. We have AmeriCorps members serving in almost every county, and over 500 members will be serving in Nevada this year. Down around Las Vegas, our programs work with schools. They work to help, they help tutor students who need it. They also work with attendance. So to help at-risk youth who are having a harder time getting to school on time and going to school consistently, they work with them to solve those problems. We also have a program in Las Vegas that works with disabled individuals to help them with job training and finding jobs. So that one's one of our newer programs. And then we have several environmental focused programs that get people out and really make impacts on the area. So one of the things that's really great about AmeriCorps is if it's something that you're passionate about, something that you have a really big interest in, there's a program for you. It's all across the country. There's AmeriCorps members serving, like in that video. I actually served as an AmeriCorps member in Reno, I think about 4 or 5 years ago, and I worked in the environmental education area. So I know how this can really benefit a person and benefit the community that they're in. So there's a lot of really cool benefits. The biggest one is called the Siegel Education Award. So serving a term of AmeriCorps, it is like volunteering, but you're also getting paid a living stipend on the side. It's not a big living stipend, but at the end of it, you get a Siegel Education Award, which is equivalent to a Pell Grant. So whatever the Pell Grant amount is for that year is what you will get. And that's something that can be used for tuition at any university, college, or trade school in the entire country. So if you're looking for a way to help the community and really gain that experience and opportunities for college and that next step after high school. I also was told there might be some college students on this call. So if you're looking for a gap year, AmeriCorps is a really cool way to do that and get some benefits. You also get a lot of professional development opportunities. I've seen everything from interpersonal relation training to wildlife survival and Excel training and all the other stuff in between. So you get to learn skills that can be transferred into other like career paths and stuff after your term of service is done. Then there's a major community impact as well. It's a really, you're in the community, you're with, you're serving with the people in your community, with the people who are affected, and really getting to see the impact that you make. So the only other thing about AmeriCorps is you do have to be, for most programs, it's 18 to serve, but you can also start serving at 17 for some of them. So that's kind of the only real restriction. But there's a lot of really cool benefits to serving with AmeriCorps. So the other thing that Nevada Volunteers does is this thing called NV Volunteer Connect. It's our way to provide volunteer opportunities to Nevadans. So we have a website that shows all the volunteer opportunities that we've been able to gather from as many nonprofit organizations as we can. And so you're able to sort these volunteer opportunities by your interests, your abilities, by the time that you can commit. And it's really a way to make it so you get the most out of your volunteering experience. One of the things that we found is when someone goes to volunteer, if they get a wall put up right at the beginning, they're just kind of say, well, I tried. So we try to break down that wall and make volunteering more accessible for anyone. So it's a really cool way to get involved. And it also helps smaller nonprofits, because that wall goes two ways. If you were ready to go volunteer and you say, hey, I want to go volunteer at 3 Square, and then they say, thanks, but we don't have any room for you. Most of the time that stops people from volunteering. You're like, well, I tried, and 3 Square is fine. And but there's also smaller food pantries that needed that volunteer. And our website is able to give you that opportunity. So if you do go to 3 Square and they say we're full, but you still want to volunteer in a capacity to give food to those in need, you're able to find that food pantry and volunteer. So I've got the website on there, nvvolunteerconnect.org. I'm just going to show it to you really quick. Just hang on a second. So this is the NV Volunteer Connect website. It's super easy to use, but it's kind of the main hub. So when you go here, you're going to see everything for the entire state of Nevada. So one of the things that we also did was make websites for the specific areas. So we have one for up in Reno and then one for Vegas. And so if you go to lvconnect.org, you'll be able to see all those volunteer opportunities just filtered down to the Las Vegas and Southern Nevada area. So, but you're able to give your time, you're able to make donations, provide items to nonprofits that need them. You can volunteer in social justice and equality organizations. You can find whatever cause you feel like you're passionate about to help in. So like me, I'm passionate about environmental causes. So if I clicked on environment, it would show me all the organizations around there with an environmental focus. So like I was saying, it's a really easy way to find organizations that need volunteers and that are looking for, and for you who's looking for that special opportunity to volunteer with something that you're passionate about. Go back to my presentation here.
Hey, Matt, there is a question in the chat.
Yeah.
Can you join the program while in school?
So for AmeriCorps, they really recommend, I don't really think there's any programs in Nevada that you're able to do during the school year. There are a couple that run during the summer and that do like summer camp stuff, and they still have all the benefits. One of the recommendations that we make is to do it once you graduate and use it as kind of like a gap year or a way to kind of find what you want to be involved in. I guess reasons to volunteer and get involved. I mean, like everything else, it helps your community. It lets you make that impact, and it introduces you to new people and skills, and it gives you the opportunity to find what you're passionate about, and really make that connection with your community to really feel invested and improve it. So that's all I have. I can take any questions that you have for me, and if you think of something later, my email is mattd@nevadavolunteers.org. So if you have any more questions, just feel free to email me and I can answer them to the best of my ability.
All right, so we will leave it open the rest of the presentation. So if anybody can think of questions for Matt during the rest of the time, then please do so. Put them in the chat or raise your hand if you feel like asking him directly. But until then, I am going to pass it to Miss Rachel from the Just One Project to go over her organization. So thank you, Matt.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you can see the presentation. Okay. Cool. Well, I am Rachel Chesson. I'm the Community Engagement Director from the Just One Project. Our mission at TJOP is to keep our community connected by inspiring people to get involved, give back, and make a difference. The Just One Project mobilizes volunteers to build stronger and healthier communities. Our vision is to inspire, impact change. And our giving philosophy is that the Just One Project believes that generosity is universal. So we provide an avenue for everyone to be socially responsible, whether it be through volunteerism or through donating, and ensuring over 90% of all of our financial contributions go directly back into our programming. So we believe that it just takes one person to make a difference in the life of another. The Just One Project programs include our Food for All program, which is Nevada's largest food market. We're combating food insecurity through our mobile food pantry, community market, and our grocery delivery program. We are 3 Square Food Bank's #1 agency partner. And so a lot of what we do is because of them, and they we basically do a lot of their distributions, that sort of thing. We're a smaller food pantry, but we like to call them our family because they walk right alongside us and help us in impacting Southern Nevada. So they're so awesome. And then we also have our Camp Just One, which is an opportunity for us to empower youth through civic engagement and volunteerism. It's 8 weeks over the summer. It's an incredible program. And basically we try to encourage our community that comes alongside us. So we have clients' kids, volunteers' kids, and donors' kids all come together for this camp. It's so incredible. And we just kind of show them the value of connecting to their community while engaging with different communities, and then also offering valuable life skills workshops. So that's a really another awesome program that we have. And then the Smile Project, which is my personal favorite, personally my favorite program. It's how I was introduced to the Just One Project. The Smile Project was actually mobilizes volunteers to bring smiles to kids in local Las Vegas hospitals, allowing them a break in their medical realities through character costume engagement. My son Caleb, he has Down syndrome, and when he was born, he was in the hospital for like months and months and months on end. And the Smile Project walked right alongside us every single week on the Summerlin Hospital pediatric floor and brought in these super fun characters. And like the organization just changed my life forever because it offered me so much hope. I was a brand new mom and I'm a pretty young mom. And so I was just so elated that people wanted to walk alongside me and then also like just do anything to make my little one smile. So that's how I was introduced to TJOP. And then I started volunteering with them and they ended up hiring me on through volunteering, which was so cool. And now I'm on our executive staff and it's literally my dream job. And it's just crazy to me that I was impacted so greatly by the organization that I work for now. And I'm able to work in that. So you never know where volunteering will take you. But we also have our Be Well program, which is a brand new piloted program that we're just starting. We're building a stronger and healthier community by eliminating barriers to emotional well-being. So we're offering no cost counseling services for those in the community. And for that, we do also need volunteers when it comes to admin and data collection, things like that. So we can use gifts everywhere. I just really wanted to share some of the reality of food insecurity, like here in Nevada, because the number one thing we do is connect the community through food, through our Food for All programs. And so it's just a good thing for our volunteers to see. But 1 in 3 children suffer from food insecurity here in Nevada. 154,623 people, Nevadans meet the criteria of living in a low income food desert. So meaning that they are low income and also living in a food desert. So the need for food is incredibly high, but the access is extremely low. And then Nevada ranks 10th in the nation for senior hunger right now. We offer a senior hunger delivery program that delivers through our home delivery drivers who are volunteers that deliver right to the doorstep of seniors who can't get out of their homes. And so it's a really great program and so needed here in Nevada. And then also due to COVID-19, Nevada doubled in food insecurity rates. So COVID has really just hit Nevada like so hard. If you live here, you know, the casino industry has taken a huge hit. And so many people are food insecure because they're out of jobs. So we have everyone from casino executives in our line all the way to people we are usually serving right in the middle of food deserts, but they come from all over to be served right now because of the need. And then currently 1 in 5 people suffer from food insecurity. And then Southern Nevada, or just no, Nevada in general is top 3 for food insecurity nationwide, which is wild. So 3 out of 50, that's crazy. So the need is so bad right now for just people needing food on their tables and in their pantries. Our Food for All programs, the Just One Project is Nevada's largest mobile food market. Like I said, we are 3 Square's #1 agency partner right now when it comes to distributions. We have our Senior Hunger program, which serves ages 16 plus. We have our Pop Up and Give mobile market, which is our largest and highest impact program. We serve over 16,000 people in a single Saturday across 12 locations in the Valley, all hosted at schools, and serve 16,000 people in 3 hours. It's an incredible, incredible opportunity. If you're looking for one, it's extremely impactful. We serve all of our clients with dignity and respect and with a smile, and the vibes are so good at our TJOP events. So it's so fun and such a blessing just to be able to see others just really feel like they're being served and having a good time at the same time. So it's awesome. We also have our community market, which I'll show you a tour of, like a video tour at the end of this video, just kind of show you around and what we do. But our community market, clients work one-on-one with us to provide client choice shopping. So groceries that they need and want. We can offer a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables because of our food partners here in Nevada, which really sets us apart from a lot of other stationary food pantries that we're able to offer fresh produce and things like that, which is super cool. And then we also have our Market to You program, which is our food delivery program. It's weeks worth of groceries direct to your clients' doorsteps. And then who are either like unable to leave their residence because they are like they have a low immune system because of COVID, or they just don't have transportation, so we're able to take it to them. And then we also have our emergency food assistance program. We provide groceries within 24 hours to our at most risk and food insecure households. So if someone calls and doesn't have an appointment, we're able to provide them food within the next 24 hours, which is an awesome program as well. So this is kind of how we work, our food partnerships and our roles together. We are a food pantry. We're not a food bank. 3 Square is the food bank. We're just the distributor. So we have food partners like 3 Square, the Cosmopolitan, the Venetian, places like that, that share food with us, and then we go and distribute it to communities in need. What's unique about the Just One Project is that the Just One Project serves directly to Nevada communities through our mobile food locations, Market to You, and in our community market, making food accessible for all. We really break a lot of barriers in people getting food because we go into so many communities. We can go to the people if need be. So it's really helpful and really sets us apart from other agencies here in Nevada. And then TJOP also has created, like I said, a unique space without the stigma that can be experienced in food pantries. We serve our clients with dignity and respect. A lot of our clients said previously, before coming to TJOP, they felt like a lot of shame going to that kind of environment. We really try to make it similar to Target, like a more Target-like vibe where you walk in, you feel good, you wave to the employees, that kind of thing. So we really just pride ourselves on our staff and client culture. And then TJOP collaborates with community agency partners to identify families and children at most risk and in desperate need of food. 56% of those we serve are children. We serve children when they come without their parents, no matter what. If someone needs food, they get food when they come to us. We don't have a lot of requirements. And so we're able to, and because of our local food partners, we're able to just give food to people who need it. Not based off of what they have on paper. So we serve anyone. It truly is food for all. Here's kind of our solution when it comes to 2020 and what we did. TJOP served 216,160 children in 2020 through our Food for All programs. We distributed over 5.5 million pounds of groceries. We served over 100,000 seniors, so those who are 60 plus. Due to COVID-19 relief efforts, in the first monthly during the pandemic, we were serving 33,000 people. So our numbers have kind of stayed the same and then increasingly went up since the start of the pandemic, as we've seen people go get furloughed, things like that. Our services, people don't have to be consistent. So they don't have to come every single month to receive groceries. They can come 1 month, and then if they get a job and they're doing great and they end up getting furloughed again, they can come back. Or if they still need food, we always tell our clients, don't stop getting food immediately. Make sure you build up your savings and start working and let us provide you the food that you need in order for you to get on your feet, things like that. So we're able to offer different programs for different people, and it's really individualized, which is great. TJOP served 386,769 people last year, which is incredible. And then we're helping combat the hunger crisis here in Nevada. And so that's kind of about our solution. And then this is our monthly impact. We serve 32,000 food insecure households every single month. 56% of those we serve every month are children. We mobilize over 750 volunteers monthly through our programs. We provide 1,000 vulnerable seniors through Market to You, which is our home delivery program. And then we also have over 19,000 clients that are served through our drive-through market. for safety reasons. We don't have shopping inside, but we do do everything in a drive-through style and still make it fun and an awesome culture, but also keeps us all safe. A little bit about us, our volunteer and employee engagement. Our hashtag that we are known for is volunteer like a boss, which is so fun because we think everyone who volunteers at TJOP is a boss. We couldn't do what we do without all of our amazing volunteers. And giving your time has a ripple effect that spreads throughout the community. If you're volunteering and your friends see it, they're going to want to volunteer too. They're going to want to make an impact, and you will inspire them to be a world changer just like you. TJOP creates custom experiences for teams and large groups. So if you want to come with a group of your friends or sign up for a volunteer opportunity or do something for your birthday, we do that for our volunteers. We do love to encourage volunteerism as a group, as a team. It's such a great way to build friendships and do amazing things. And it also increases productivity in your life to give back. Some of these awesome facts that I just absolutely love. Sorry, I'm trying to get my screen off of here so I can read this. Our volunteer hours annually, we have 12,540 hours. And then our volunteer economic impact is $27.20 per hour. So that's how much every single volunteer hour is worth, which is crazy. It is so valuable to volunteer. It's incredible. At TJOP, $341,088 is basically how the volunteer economic impact it has made on us. So you volunteering as a staff member, that doesn't need to be paid in order for people to get served. So you guys are truly the coal that keeps the train moving. We couldn't do it without you. And we mobilize 750 volunteers every single month through our TJOP programs. Sorry, I'm having major technical difficulties.
Hi, I am Brooke Newbeck.
Oh, here's this video. Let's see if I can go back. This is of our community market.
Hi, I am Brooke Neubauer, the founder and CEO of the Just One Project. I'm so excited that you're here today so I can show you around. Our mission is to connect volunteers through giving back to build healthier and stronger communities. We are able to do such incredible things like fight hunger because we have the ability to mobilize hundreds of volunteers in just one event. And now that you're here, let's go take a In 2018, we opened up our very first community market. We wanted to create a place specifically for our clients in mind, where they could come and be served with dignity and respect and served with smiles. Client culture is incredibly important to us, and we care deeply about our client experience. In 2016, the Just One Project saw a desperate need to take fresh fruit and vegetables into food deserts. We knew that we had this incredible opportunity to connect the community with those in need. We started the very first mobile distribution of the Just One Project, and now we are Nevada's largest mobile food market. We are so proud to say that we have over 10 locations across the valley in various zip codes. We just want to make food accessible for all. We want you to grow with us. We want you to be a friend of the Just One Project, and we want you to be a part of our team. One of my favorite things about the Just One Project is that we have no age requirement to volunteer. We want to remind you that it takes just one person to make a difference in the life of another. We cannot wait to meet you. We love the opportunity together to see how you can be that just one.
So that is our community market. And then this is a little bit of about our pop-up and give mobile market, which is a large impact event we do once a month, one Saturday a month across 12 locations. The numbers may be a little off because this video is old, but it's a great video. So tune in.
Yeah, see, right now my goal is to make it financially to work. Instead of coming to be receiving, I could be on the other end. I just want to get there first.
A lot of kids that are carrying boxes that even I couldn't carry. It's not just canned food. It's fresh milk, fresh juices, fresh chicken, grapes. You see kid after kid carrying, helping their parents and their families and their siblings. It's just really hits home for me.
It's a wonderful thing that you all do. The food is wonderful. I enjoy the food, and my son, we really enjoy the food. Continue doing the great work that you're doing for the community and just be a blessing to everyone. And thank you so much. I've been very grateful to come here and have something to eat. Thank you.
She asks for grapes a lot, but most of the time they're so expensive that I'm like, maybe next time. So right now, like you saw them, he got really, really excited. So it was like, it's
Aiden, those are favorite? You love grapes?
Tons of food. 1,566 people we fed, about 400 households, and number of children, I forgot the number of children, 600 and almost 30 children. So putting food on the table for them to finish out the rest of this month.
So thank you guys so much for watching those. Those are some of our favorite videos over at TJOP. This is my email, rachel@thejustoneproject.org. And then feel free to follow us up on socials. If you're on social media, we love Instagram and share a lot about our culture, what we're doing on our Instagram at the Just One Project LV and also on Facebook. I also wanted to show you guys how to sign up to volunteer. And then if anyone you guys know is in need of resources or groceries, I can show you guys where to sign up for that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my screens. Alrighty, so you will just go to the justoneproject.org right here. I hope you can see it now. And so yeah, the justoneproject.org, and then go to our tab volunteer. It'll load up, say looking to get involved. Our volunteers are the heart and soul of the Just One Project programs. You guys are the reason why we do what we do. We love to serve, but we love mobilizing and connecting the community even more. You'll scroll down. We have an awesome calendar here where you can see all of our volunteer opportunities. It shows you what's needed, who signed up. We have our home delivery shift that starts at 8 a.m., our community market volunteer that starts at 8 a.m. and goes to 11 a.m., and then our volunteer shift that goes from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also have our Saturday events that you can volunteer at, and those are from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. as well at schools across the valley. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to share. And I hope to come to see you guys at TJOP, feeling our feel good vibes and spreading the TJOP love. So give us a follow on Instagram. It'll make you guys want to come have fun with us.
All right, thank you so much, Rachel, for that great presentation. If anybody has questions for her specifically, please put them in the chat or raise your hand once again. But until then, we're going to hand it over to our last presenter, Miss Senia. So give me 1 second and I will share my screen for your presentation for you.
Perfect, thank you. All right, so until then, I'll just share a little bit about our organization, kind of how we started. We started in 2011 with one school, Rancho High School, and we have now began to get in more schools. We're currently in 63 high schools in Southern Nevada, and that's including the rural areas of Tonopah, Mesquite, a little bit out there as well. So what we do is we provide the necessities, food, hygiene, clothing, and school supplies. This is strictly for high school students. So we chose that demographic specifically because we saw that there was a high need in that area. This is the demographics that start working. The classes are becoming AP, they're more difficult. They have to prepare for their higher education and the careers. So we realize that they tend to be overlooked. When you see them in the streets, you're not going to give to that person, but you would give to a family. So we just wanted to make sure we were highlighting and giving back to the students and their families. So what we do is we give to the students, but also it does help their families. So in the end, we're hoping to help a lot more than just the student, but our focus is the high school students in the Valley. So we provide the distribution through our curbside, and that is done here at our office at Project 150. And so that's located off of Rancho and Gowan. We can use volunteers at our office. It kind of shows and highlights specific areas. I kind of provided a little bit of the different categories that we can use the assistance in, but our food distribution is weekly to our students. So we're averaging about 200 per week, and these are different students from different high schools. Once we are able to go back into the high schools and distribute to them directly, we are hoping to do that, but as the students are out of school and currently not in the schools, we are offering the opportunity for them to come here. For the food distribution, we are open Monday through Friday from 1 to 4, and Saturdays until further notice from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And so those are a couple of opportunities that we have for volunteering. If you're looking to help with the curbside, those are the hours that we're doing that. I did provide the hours of volunteering on the slide there. And so we also have our Betty's Boutique, which is another area of volunteering. Students can shop once a month, and it is a by appointment base due to the pandemic. So we are allowing students to come in, shop for 10 outfits and shoes, accessories, full-size hygiene, and school supplies, all for free. All they have to do is show their student ID or Infinite Campus, basically some type of identification that they are still in school, and they're able to get those services. So the boutique is definitely that retail experience that a lot of students are looking to put on their resume when applying for jobs coming out of high school or while they're still in high school. So that's a great opportunity as well. Lastly, our workshops is one other area that we're distributing. So we are asking the community for those who have a particular skill, life skills and or educational workshops. We focus on financial literacy, leadership skills, tutoring, and counseling. So kind of that one-on-one if needed for our students, if that's something that they're signing up for. We're opening that up to the community to see if there's anybody who is willing to provide a workshop for our students. We've had some that have done yoga virtually, or even the financial literacy for sure, and some tutoring as well. We're asking for any subject, honestly. Once we have a good amount of students signed up for a specific subject, then we can put that out there. And we are looking to do our workshops typically on Wednesdays from 3 to 4:30. That gives the students enough time to be out of school, as some of them are starting to get into the hybrid, and or just opportunity to get some homework done before the workshop. So we definitely count on our volunteers. We are a staff of 7. So we are servicing about 6,000 students on a monthly basis, and plus their families. So we have our prepackaged meal bags, which is where we have our volunteers make non-perishable food bags, as well as our fresh, as we are getting assistance in that area. We do partner with a couple of agencies to get our food, as well as donations that are coming in. So with that being said, hosting a collection drive in the areas of food, hygiene, clothes, or school supplies would definitely be helpful. That is one way we see virtual, and we mentioned that it's a virtual opportunity because it's a lot of posting a flyer on your Instagram or your social media platforms, and then just asking them to drop off here at our office. Or if it is something that you want to have dropped off at your location, that's fine too, for then it to be here. And then when it comes to volunteering at our office, we do have the opportunity not only through the curbside and boutique, but Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4:30. That is when the staff is here. And we have our meal bags, which I mentioned, and sorting donations. So we are still accepting donations from the community, as well as any stores who are willing to provide to us. With that being said, we want to make sure the clothing and the shoes are high school appropriate, season appropriate. So it's going in the boutique and it's good quality. Anything that we are not using, we do provide to another partnering agency to make sure, though it may not be for us, it may be for another agency. So that is one thing that we try to do by sorting. And then with special events, that's kind of considered our Saturdays. And so our Saturdays are open for anybody. We do accept groups of 10 to volunteer. So if you and your friends would like to volunteer, feel free to do that. Another opportunity is a social media campaign. So kind of similar to the collection drive, we just want to make sure it's open. So we post stuff on our social media. If you're able to post that and kind of share that, that does help. The other opportunity would be for social media wise is connecting with Stacy Chapter, who is our community outreach manager, and just seeing if there are some other opportunities that we have going on for, like, not necessarily data entry, but anything that we have paperwork, that's something that we can send to you and you do, that would help as well. And then we will kind of provide obviously all the instructions and what else needs to be done. So those are the areas that we would love the volunteer participation in. And we've definitely worked with a lot of UNLV students. We're grateful to them, as they're very attentive and easy to work with. So we would love to have you guys come by Monday through Friday and occasionally Saturdays. Thank you. Oh, and if there's any questions, feel free to put it in the chat.
All right, cool. Well, if we don't have questions directly right now, I think we can move forward with the rest of the presentation. So thank you so much for sharing with us, Senia. Oh, actually, we do have a question.
I was just about to say there's a question in the chat.
Yeah. So it says, for Project 150, can transportation be provided?
Yes. So if high school students need assistance to get to our location, and or students who are current college students interested in volunteering, we do have bus passes available. They would just need to call our office in advance to get that situated.
All right, cool. And then I'm going to open just another question to either Rachel or Matt, if you feel like answering as well. So where would you guys say is a good place to start for volunteers who have maybe never volunteered before and just don't know where to go?
I can speak to this. Our website is a really great opportunity. That the Volunteer Connect platform is really geared towards making your first volunteering experience a good one. That's why we put so much focus on being able to find opportunities in areas that you're interested in. Because for me, I really like environmental or volunteering and doing stuff outside with my hands. If there was an organization that was saying, hey, come clean up a park, I'd be all over that. But I also know that's not what everyone wants to do. So being able to use the tools that we're providing with our NV Volunteer Connect, it really gives you the opportunity to really find what interests you, and find an organization that needs that volunteer.
Great, thank you for that answer, Matt. And then another question, and this can also be for anybody, or all of you even. Could you guys highlight some of the virtual ways that they could volunteer, just in case they're not comfortable, possibly because of COVID and things like that? So what are some of the virtual ways that they could also volunteer with you guys and get some of that time in?
I can go first. So some of the areas would be the social media campaigns, as well as any of the opportunities to do a collection drive. And just by reaching out to Stacy Chapter, we do actually, I forgot to mention, typically she's the one who does this, but we do have a volunteer portal for you to register on. And that will give you a lot of opportunities as far as virtual and or in person. And it has explanation of exactly what you'd be doing, what we could use the assistance in, and also just by reaching out to her, because it does change on a weekly and or monthly basis when it comes to virtual.
For us, we take social media really seriously at TJOP. We have the best time on social media, and we also do social media campaigns for people who don't feel safe to come in and volunteer with us. So yeah, we actually get a good amount of our clients through social media and also our volunteers. So it's always a good way to help.
We do have on that site a area of virtual volunteering as a parameter that you can search with. So that's how we have it set up. Like we try to give you the option to find organizations that are looking for virtual volunteers specifically.
Cool, thank you. That's great. So just to kind of emphasize a little bit on some of the things that you guys said, virtual opportunities are definitely available if you are more interested in possibly doing that. And I believe some of you guys mentioned that some have to be a certain age, or for which of your programs, do you have to be a certain age, or is anybody allowed to join?
At the Just One Project, we have no age requirement. So we have people kiddos as young as 3 years old come and pack bags, and then all the way through. We don't require like a parent to come with high schoolers either. So
for our organization, 16 and older can volunteer alone. And then anything below that, we would ask for a parent, as we do have the warehouse end of it, and we just want to make sure that they're safe.
All of the volunteer opportunities that we list, we try to make them 16 and older, just for kind of the reasoning of needing to have a parent for a lot of different organizations. But to serve with AmeriCorps as an AmeriCorps member, you have to be at least 17 years old.
All right, cool. Well, that's all the questions I personally have for you guys, and just wanted to make sure that we kind of emphasize all that information. But I will also leave it open for any students to continue to possibly ask questions in the chat. And just to highlight again, volunteering is obviously a really great opportunity. There's so many things that you can do. All three of these places are really great places, especially if you're looking for specific things, or you want to go with friends. There's really no limit to what you can do volunteer-wise and why it's important. You know, you get to put it on your resume. Rachel said she got a job by volunteering, which I think is absolutely amazing. So volunteering is extremely important, and we have 3 great places that you could volunteer with today. So I'm going to move forward with the presentation. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat until the end. So get them in last minute if you want to. But just to continue, so because we are coming up on time, we'll probably take you guys just a few minutes after 6, if you could just bear with us a little bit. But thank you for coming here today. And as a thank you, all participants, all attendees will be receiving a care package, so filled with like volunteer goodies. So if you decide to volunteer, we're going to give you a bunch of stuff for your volunteer kind of journey, some hand sanitizer, things like that to just take with you, filled with all those goodies for your like future volunteer adventures. And to continue on this volunteer train, Fulfillment Fund Las Vegas would like to challenge you all to participate in at least one volunteer opportunity for a chance to win a smartwatch. All right, so all you have to do is follow us on social media, volunteer your time, whether it's with any of these places that we showed here today. And sorry, what links what? These people.
Victor was asking, can an email be sent with all the links? And I was asking him what links.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so thanks. So just to kind of continue, so we're challenging you to volunteer either with any 3 of these organizations, or if you find your other one and another organization to volunteer with. If you volunteer, you follow us on social media, take a picture, and then share it with us. And you can be entered into a giveaway to win a smartwatch. So if you would like a chance to do that, like I said, follow us on social media, take a picture of you volunteering with the organization, and then tag us on social media. So the deadline will be exactly a month from today, which will be March 17th, and we will announce the winner, which will be a random person from all the people who did volunteer and tag us and stuff on March 22nd, the following Monday. So if you're interested in possibly winning a smartwatch, please volunteer your time, and that's all we really have to do. Just go volunteer, and we're challenging you guys to do that with any of these organizations, or maybe with another organization that you also find as well.
And really quick before you move forward, there was a hand raised. Jesus, do you still want to ask your question? I'm not sure if that was an accident or not, but Jesus had a question. He had his hand raised. So Jesus, if you want to ask your question, I'm going to go ahead and allow you to talk. Oh, okay, JK, he clicked it on accident. But there is another question in the chat. Does participating on research count as volunteering?
I hadn't thought about that.
It does for our organization. So again, that kind of goes in with Stacy chapter. So for Project 150, you would just have to reach out to our community outreach manager, which hopefully we can provide that email to you. And she will be able to talk to the rest of the team, see if any research needs to be done. We have our director of development who applies for grants. A lot of that's kind of just researching for grants. For my specific position, it's working with the schools, seeing how other states are adjusting and adapting to the nonprofit world with school collaborations. And then also Stacy, I'm sure she has her own other categories too.
All right, cool. So if you are currently researching and you would like to count that as a volunteering opportunity, we will do that. But also, Senia just said that she also has research opportunities for you guys to volunteer with. So if you're interested in research things like that, then that would be a great opportunity to volunteer your time as well. So yes, we will count it because Senia saved you for talking about that opportunity. So thank you. So yeah, we're challenging you guys to volunteer, so please do so. And moving forward, also, we also are doing, we're going to remind you guys about our end of the semester laptop giveaway. So at the end of the spring semester, we are going to give a couple of laptops away, and all you have to do is participate in a webinar like we're doing tonight. So for every webinar you attend, that is one raffle ticket to a giveaway. So today counts. So our first student volunteer webinar today, that counts. You now have one entry into the giveaway, and you could possibly have 4 more by attending any of our next opportunities. So our next one will be How to Survive College, March 10th. So please look forward to that. Follow us on social media so you can also get updates on this. And you could be entered to possibly win a laptop at the end of the semester. So if you're interested in that, please continue to attend our webinars. And last but not least, just one last thank you to our panelists for joining us here tonight. That's it on time for us. We're just a little bit over time. So thank you guys so much for joining us here tonight and taking time out of your day to be here. We really appreciate it. And now I'm just going to throw it over to Ms. Peoples to close us out. And if you have any last questions, just make sure to get them in.
Awesome, thank you. I went ahead and dropped the links to all of our social media accounts, minus the YouTube account, in the chat. If you aren't following us on one of those platforms, please do so, because you need to be following us in order to be entered into the giveaway situation, the laptop giveaway situation. But thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you to all of our amazing panelists. I know I'm inspired to go out and volunteer. I hope you all have been inspired to volunteer. And I hope you all get involved with the volunteering challenge. And don't forget to tag us on social media at FFunLasVegas for Instagram. So you all have a good night, and thank you all so much for joining us. Bye.